The Trevor-Monerville campaign goes back to the late 80s. He was 19 when he disappeared one New Year's Eve from the streets of Hackney. The family's desperate searches couldn't find him.
We checked all hospitals, surrounding police stations. There was no sight of Trevor at all.
5 days later, the family was confronted with this image of Trevor on a life support machine. He'd been transferred from Brixton Prison to the Maudsley Hospital. There were injuries to his face, his brain, and he was paralysed down one side. There was no explanation. Stoke Newington Police Station became a target, the allegation being he was the victim of police brutality. The campaign became part of a bigger struggle against alleged police corruption back then. Fast forward 27 years, and the father received this letter from Operation Hearn, the investigation into undercover policing. It said officers had information that they wanted to discuss with the family. The father believes, as with Stephen Lawrence's family, that meant there was a police spy in their camp.
We believed that he was there to help, not knowing that he was there to crucify us. Even further than what we have, he was there to nail the last nail. You know, I remember that young man pretend to be helpful, to pretend to be all smiles, while he was ripping us apart.
Can I ask you to have a look? This is the man he remembers volunteering his services. He went by the name of Mark Cassidy, but he was an undercover officer assigned to the Special Demonstration Squad. Evidence from a former lover to MPs gave his real name as Mark Jenner. The Metropolitan Police told Channel 4 News it would neither confirm nor deny those involved in covert roles, and said no evidence has been uncovered of targeting justice campaigns.
So I've got a statement from John.
But now Mr. Burke-Monerville wants answers, like many others. And those radicals, the radicals of the 80s, are back.
The Trevor-Monerville campaign and the posters of Trevor on his hospital bed.
A fortnight ago, the Hackney Community Defence Association reformed, preparing battle lines for the forthcoming public inquiry chaired by Lord Justice Pitchford. Trevor's father was there to join up. So what do you want this inquiry to do?
Let the Monerville family have some peace of mind.
Trevor survived this photo, but the question remained unanswered. He was killed 7 years later, stabbed 10 times in a street. No one was ever arrested or prosecuted. And for the father, history has repeated itself. Last month, he planted a tree in a local park in memory of another son, Joseph.
Let's hope it keeps the memory of our beloved son, Joseph Burke-Monerville, alive forever and ever.
The university student was shot dead in a case of mistaken identity. He was sitting in a car when a shadowy figure fired shots through an open window. The case against 3 gang members was dropped just before the trial.
There were so many promises that was made to us, and it all came to nothing.
What were the promises?
Promises that we would get satisfaction this time. Those words were used to us, you know, and it never happened. Our faith in justice has been shattered.
Whether the public inquiry helps restore any faith, these old wounds have been reopened.